like an empty hill of very strange shape and form, and the here was the place of creation of the world, here was the place of the Abraham, God, his son Isaac. Here all it started. And later dramatic changes. And when King Solomon finally built his temple, like something here, it was probably smaller than that one because it's like a model for the second one, and it was destroyed, as I told you before, by the Babylonians. Later, when King Herod the Great tried to rebuild, he tried to build a huge, big system of the buildings as a part of the new temple, but the area was not really good for that, and he ordered to cut off this part of the hill and use these stones to fill up this lower part of the area. Finally, a huge platform. Just a second. Huge platform. This one, yeah, was placed. Just a second. Here, and the original shape of the Temple Mount changed dramatically. We got artificially made, huge, mostly almost ideal rectangular platform on which we could build all we wish. And of course, the main building is the new temple by King Herod the Great. And the main part of the temple stood exactly above the foundation stone, the holy stone of creation of the world, the stone that remembered Abraham and Isaac, the stone that remembered everything, the only place that the holiness of God could be in the maximum concentration form. And later, what we right now about all the artificial hill was surrounded by massive walls, retaining walls, to keep this platform stable. And imagine 500 meters long, almost 45 meters tall. At the same moment, the building itself more than 50 meters high. At that time, person who would be going down there or sit here, would looking above here and see the structure of almost 100 meters high, the skyscraper of that time. It was the biggest temple system of all the times. No such big structure in other parts of the world. And it was so nice, so beautiful, that people felt at the time, if you never saw Jerusalem of times of King Herod, you never seen a nice city. More than that, at that time, Jerusalem takes rank 4 by the biggest cities in the world, after the Rome, Alexandria, Antiochia, and now Jerusalem. So at that time there were only 66,000 people. For the time, extremely big city. Nowadays there's nothing 6,000, not less. But at that time, a lot. And imagine, at the days of the very special holidays, as commanded by God, you come to my city, to the place of my presence. 3 times who help them. They're going in all this huge plaza. Nowadays they don't have a temple. Nowadays on this area we have a structure, Muslim structure, that we call the Dome of the Rock. Look by size. It is much smaller. It's still impressive. I will see it outside, but it's much smaller than a Jewish temple. You could imagine. And what else? How the I think that we nowadays call Western Wall was formed. Actually, all of that is Western Wall, but we cannot see it because 13th and 14th century of the Common Era, new people comes in this place. Mamluks, the rulers from Egypt, and they would like to live as close as possible to the holiness of this place, because already Muslim structures are here. But they could easily build buildings down there. But they would like to be not down, but up. So how to higher up the area? You need to build their tall arches, platforms, and on top of the platforms, the buildings. And this way, how their huge Muslim quarter was designed. Here, just attached to their wall. And what happened to the western wall? It was blocked from view by the quarter. Only small piece survived is in the untouched form. This small piece that nowadays you could overlook from outside, but it's only this small piece. Try again to remove it, and you see how big it is. But if you'd like to see the grandeurs of the place, what to do, we cannot remove as I removed just a quarter. It's impossible. The only way not disturb the life of the local Arab community, to dig the tunnel underground, and to go under the buildings to see the continuation of the wall, to prove it is down there. It is really there. And I'll later show you a picture showing how we're gonna go. Again, while we're here, look on this image, and you see here the nowadays size what you see from outside, and in proportions of real size of the wall. But you see that the wall goes not there the flat style, but goes up according to the original shape of the mountain. That's why sometimes the wall is shorter, sometimes it is the biggest size. And just several several epochs of the place. Look again how it looked like from around it. But there were special bridges that comes to the mountain. Were used by high priest here, a special bridge with an aqueduct that brings water from out of the city to Temple Mount. Why the water? Water always was a problem for the city. It was lacking the water all its time. And they need to bring the water for the city needs, and especially for the Temple Mount. Why? The sacrifices, animal sacrifices, a lot of blood, a lot of inner parts. You need to wash it immediately, not to stay there. That's why especially one channel in this inside of this big bridge was bringing the water for these needs. Okay.
But where does the water come from?
Pardon?
Where?
Water, mostly from Bethlehem area, because the heights a bit higher, and using the normal gravity, you could bring the water from the small springs with the dams into the one source. That's again the what we know already, and that could happen when the Roman army destroyed the place, all in total devastation, all destroyed. Actually, no chance for revival for that time, but we know that's not the truth. In 7th century, after Common Era, Muslims built the first ever in history building. It was a problem for them. Islam, only several decades as it was born, still have no tradition how to build holy places. What they do, they come to local Byzantine Christians, because they are rules before them here, with a wish, please build us a holy place. And what did the Christians here? They built them a typical Byzantine octagonal basilica. This with the same size of the dome as in the Holy Sepulchre Church. Exactly. But not a cross up there, but it's a Christians. It's the absurd, it's a funny station, but that's happened. The very first ever Muslim building was built by Christians. Yes. And here you see that nowadays area open western wall from outside. You see, not only the temple destroyed by Roman army before, but also a part of the wall. They were throwing the stones down. And some of that stone that they were throwing by Romans, we're going to see today underground in different parts of the world. Here, okay, here, that's the time when the Muslim quarter that I showed you was built up, covering almost all the part, leaving us only a small area that now we are crossing by. Let's go here. And that's what happened nowadays when the Israeli army in 1967 came back here to defend the city. They stood that all this area was packed with freshly built houses. And the distance from the final house row to the wall was only 3 meters, which was made impossible for the people to come to pray. All these buildings were removed. The local Arabs were paid for the houses, with the possibility to buy any new spots and build new houses in other places, and this huge plaza which was formed. Here. Now, that's what we're going to discover today, because all of that area, that's the tunnels we're going to go today. Again, tunnels. Nowadays, these are tunnels. At that time, all this area was opened up to the sky. Later, it was covered layer by layer. Usually, we could discover almost 28 different layers of history. Going down, taking the shafts all the way down, you go like not any time machine, using your imagination and proving the historical facts by this way. Let's go here. So we're going to the plaza, and what maybe this again showing us the back side of the temple. I mean back side because it was facing, the gate was facing the east. So when we're standing nowadays at the western wall, we're facing there like the back side of the temple. And what's important to know, if you standing nowadays at the western wall, so it's someplace here, but why the western wall was chosen as the holiest wall among the other walls, like southern, eastern, or like northern? Any ideas of you?
Closest to the Holy of Holies.
Exactly, because it's the close proximity of that wall to the holy of the holiest of the temple. Imagine I turn it back. So this wall is the closest here, comparing to these walls. And if you're already at the western wall, what the holiest part of the western wall? The closest to the center where the temple was. So we will have a chance today to go all this way till the moment when the wall meets the central part of Temple Mount. We cannot go up. We're not gonna go through the mountain, but we're gonna be just in front of. And let's see here, again like overview of the place, just for us to remember how it was and what we have nowadays. So we will go and continue to discover all that I promised you. And you will see how much it was more. And that's not just the My usual tune, they come here and that were putting themselves in the water of the mikveh before entering the temple mount area. And where were the large systems. Part of them is there where looks is not great, 1st century BCE, as a part of this preparation to go to the part of them built by the Mamluks to create the area like for the day-to-day life. So the movements and stones around it means that they are will be great. The smaller stones there, the floors there, the area, over there, they say 8 centuries ago. Now, you overlooking the actual western wall. Everybody overlooking the western wall. Western wall consists of thousands of big stones precisely precisely like didn't invent it yet. So the only chance for the structure to stay fixed is it's a heavy weight and ideal like fitting it to another rope. And that was the reason that we probably few. Could it take you and bring you someplace? You used to here. You stay here and touch the stone here. Will face our people. Okay. That's the beginning of the stone. And another 2 guys stands. That's the end of the stone. All of that is one stone. It makes 580 stones. It's enormous. Nice place. left it like here in the way. You see now? It's still kind of like an example, the sign of the work that got frozen in time. Pavement with part of the pillars. That was a level of the 2nd century Christian era. You see now this plaza, like you fly in the air for at least another, let's